Hey guys, you're watching C1 and only. My name is AJ, and we are back on another episode of Let's Build a City. We are over right at the north of the map up here, in the biggest sort of green space that we've got left. Because I thought, it doesn't come up that often in the comments section, but I thought it would be a really cool idea to have a horse racing track. It's the perfect location for it. We're right out in the sort of stick part, you know, the sticks of the city, you know, with the farms and the campsite and the space station. But right here, we've got space to have a horse racing track. It's a perfect location. We're right by the expensive houses, the big mansions where, you know, the horse racing people would probably be most interested in. You know, the campsite, you can go there and camp even. That'd be really, really cool. So, unlike the oil rig, I have frame rate issues when I look at town halls still for some reason. Unlike the oil rig, I've actually done a little tiny bit of research into a horse racing ring because a horse racing track. I don't really know that much about horses or horse racing tracks or anything like that. But according to this, we also need the track with a finishing line, the clubhouse turn, the backstretch, the length post, the far turn, the home stretch, the starting gate, the tote board, which I just expect is like the timer board, stables, paddock, clubhouse, grandstand, and judge's stand. Are you proud of me? You should be proud of me for looking up that. First thing we want to do is find out what sort of fence design that we want to use for the interior or for the inside and the outside ring. And I'm thinking something relatively simple. There's a few ideas that I've got in mind. First idea is iron bars, obviously. They're very, very simple, nice and easy to use. They sort of work as the sort of iron bars that there would be. So step one. Step 2 and step 3 are pretty obvious as well. We've got fence posts and we've got cobblestone walls. Now, cobblestone walls and fence are probably my favourite out of those two. So I'm going to remove iron bars. Now, fence posts, they're probably the most, like, sensible things to use because they're wooden, they're fence posts, very, very horsey-like, but they are very, very common, aren't they? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fence posts. I'm going this off the top of my head. But I think I've had a good idea of using white carpet on top because it might be a little bit more work. But I think that is just going to look really, really nice when racing around the track. You can see that on the inside. We've still got the wooden posts of what it would be. And I think that looks really, really nice. So that's one that we're going to go with. The second job is to work out how big we want this to be, like how big we want the actual racetrack to be. So I think we should start with the I think we should start by actually laying out where things are going to go. So I'm going to go off this picture that I've got of a sort of blueprint. I have no idea of what actual race course it is, if it's a real one, but we're going to put the stables over here, and then the track's going to start here, and then you can also get onto the track. Apparently, according to this picture, you've got the stables over here, and you get onto the track by going down like a little road here, and then sort of circling back onto the track. So we can do that. So that's going to be where the track starts on the outside. How wide do we want the track to be? Is that a pretty good width? How many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 blocks wide. That's not a bad width, you know. That feels pretty good to me. We could go 11 blocks. Oops. 11 blocks would be here. 11 blocks feels quite nice as well. Okay, we'll go with 11 blocks wide track. And then we've got the middle. So the middle of it's going to be roughly sort of to there, maybe. Something like that, which is just a rough one. And then the other side of the track, I don't know if that's 11 blocks, but that's going to be where the other side of the track is in an oval shape. And then over here we have quite a large sort of area of blankness of just sort of sand. So we can do that. And then the judge's stand and the grandstand are all in one about here. It might be a little bit smaller than this. Hopefully it's a little bit smaller than this. Because that is huge. And then it comes out to about sort of here and goes that way a tiny bit further as well. And then diagonal, a sort of diagonal building, which I really, really like, that I want to try and do, is gonna be the clubhouse slash, yeah, just a clubhouse, isn't it? Something like that. Okay, I know that's on the wonk. But that could work out really, really well. That could work out really, really well. So, next step is to work out exactly where this turn is going to be and how big the turn is. We've got the car park here. It's a very small car park because it's not a very popular campsite. Why go camping just like half a mile away from the city? Oh well. But we're going to have some sort of road down here, even if it's a dirt road. So I don't want to go all the way out. Maybe the maximum should be here. That feels good. That's the furthest point that we should have. And then here is where we said the track was going to be. So now we're going to have to get a curve, some sort of curve that looks really, really nice. So let's go, let's go back here. And we'll come in for 3 blocks. And then 2 blocks, 2 blocks, 1 block, 2. I know this makes no sense to anybody watching. Like, that curve makes absolutely no sense, and I know it doesn't. But to me, in my head, it really does help. It does help. So there's a curve. Not sure if I 100% like the curve yet, because these tracks usually have just one sort of constant turn, but doing it like this, it's sort of going to be like more of a squished square. So I think we're going to have to start rounding this off earlier. But let's have a look. So it's on this block right here. Back we go. Any project like this is a slow start, but it's very important to sort of try and get this right, because if you don't get this right at this point, you're only going to end up further and further out the more you go. You know, it's going to go more and more wrong. So if you start right, you end right. Very, very important saying that is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how come that isn't even lined up? Did I blinked at one point when doing this line, and I might have moved. I did move. I remember blinking. That's the trouble. And I was like, I hope I haven't gone off here. Otherwise people are going to be mad at me. There we go. There. Oh, I'm getting confused now. This curve's going to be deleted anyway, so I don't know why I'm concentrating that much on it. Like that. Okay, so that's the curve. But as you can see, it goes too round. We're going to have to extend this curve out. That's sort of the maximum that I want to go to. Maybe we should start from the middle instead. So if we wanted the middle point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish blocks. 6, 7. And then we go from here. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. We need to delete this. Just going to delete this one side for now. Yeah, because it's an oval, not really a squished square like we were doing. Oh, voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Then 2, 3, 3, 4. This is looking good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, was that right? So we've got 5 fence posts here. This will be the straight. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2 posts. 1 post. 2 posts. 3 posts. 4 posts. 5 posts. And then that. Okay. So that's a curve, but it's not round enough. It's not round enough. Let's take 1, 2, 3. Like that. That's a better curve. For sure that's a better curve. Place that one there. That one there. Yeah, that's a good curve. That's the curve that we're going to go with. I've got a good feeling about that. Okay, now, how far out do we go? Because I want to match it up to that as much as I possibly can. I don't really mind how much blocks are in the middle, Like, I haven't really thought about that. I don't know what's in the middle of a horse racing track. From the picture, it's just blank, which is really, really boring. It's just like a piece of grass. Maybe we can put something in there that looks a little bit more eye-catching. Maybe like the logo or something like that, like like a leaf logo. Do you know what I mean? Built out of Minecraft leaves. Maybe we could do something like that. Okay. And then here we done 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then what did I do after that? 4, 2, 2. So it's going to be 2 posts, 2 posts, and then a bunch of ones, wasn't it? And then 1, 2, 3 ones. 1, 2, 3 ones. And then it goes back to a 2, 2, 4, 5, wasn't it? I think so. Was it? 4, 5. Yeah, that sounds right. It sounds similar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? That worked out perfectly. And that looks like a decent curve. I like that curve. I like that curve. Okay, I'm going to extend it out and then do the curve on the other side. And then we'll think about the interior, okay? Or I might do the interior, the inside ring as well. Alright, I'll be right back. This one only comes on the home stretch, overtaken by Seabiscuit. He comes past him. He's going around the final turn. What turn is it called? He's coming round the far turn. Gonna come down the home stretch. It's neck and neck. Both of us. I can't speak faster. I probably could speak fast enough. I just don't know what I'm saying. I need some some horse racing words. That went really dark. I wonder if this is going to be a thunderstorm. Because it's not usually this dark, is it? Nope, apparently not. We're going to have to wait for a thunderstorm. I have my TV so low down that I can never hear if it is a thunderstorm or not, though. Oh well. So yeah, that's looking really, really cool. It was a long job putting the white down as well. If you're interested in this inside ring, it goes 2 blocks, 1 block, 1 block, 2 blocks, 4 blocks, 4 blocks, and then goes round again, okay? I know that makes no sense to a lot of you, but if you do want to do this yourself, you can copy it from up here. It's not that hard to copy that ring, and not hard to copy the outside ring either. But yes, you can just pause the video there if you do want to see it. I don't know what to do in the middle, so I've got to leave that blank for this episode until you guys give me an idea. So I'm completely going to leave that bit up to you. I do want to have a row of leaves, probably 2 blocks high, around this outside on both ends. Okay, because at the edges, at these 2 corners, there's never anybody that stands here, or from the picture at least that I'm looking at. There's hedges here, and I thought that's a great idea. That's a little bit of greenery. You know what I'm like with my greenery. I don't eat my greens, food-wise, but I love greenery on Minecraft. I just want to come out, maybe 1, 2, 3, like that, to the side. So then, if I can run this side, and then we come down here, and then we go 1, 2, 3. Was that it? On this row here, I can't remember how I how I number things sometimes. So we'll come back here. Yeah, that's in line. Wonderful. Okay, so we just got to add another one of these. Again, today it might not look like we've got a lot of progress done so far, but we have. We've got so much planned out. We know where the buildings are going. We know where the stables are going. I've got a fairly simple stable design in my head, because these stables at these racehorse tracks, they're not like enclosed stables. They're open stables, which makes it a lot easier for us, and a lot different as well. You don't really see them. Most stables that you see in Minecraft are the sort of wooden built ones. Do you know what I mean? But this is going to be new, fresh. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. I don't like this rain, but I like the greenery, and they'll be the same on that other side as well. So the tote board, the time board, I'm going to put right here. Okay, something like that, because the grandstand goes from there, but it's going to go further. That's just going to be like the middle point that I've laid out there so far. So then if we get some, well, what block do we want to use? We've got a lot of different blacks we can use now. We've got a black of coal, black wool, black of coal, and black stained clay. Okay, so black of coal, what I'm calling a black of coal, is the darkest in this texture pack. It's the blackest of them all, and I like it. I like that. So I think we're going to go with this. Now, another thing I'm not quite sure on that I'm going to have to look up. I know it's usually got some like sort of yellow text on it, but I'm not sure like what is on it. Is there the odds on it? Is there who the winner is? I expect it's probably got all of that information on it. We can't. It's not big enough to be able to write anything on it. If you want to write something on it, it'd have to be like insanely big. So that's gonna have to do it for the tote board. Let's have some buttons up either side though, just as a little bit of detail, and then either that or some quartz on top. I think quartz will look nice along the top there, and maybe underneath as well. Come on, gotcha. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. That's sort of keeping with the white, very clean, modern style racetrack for sure. And then on the picture that I've got, it's not a photograph, it's a cartoon, but I really like it. Whoops. And it's got a little green patch on this inside as well. So I think we'll do that, but it's a little bit further. It's like 3 or 4 blocks in. Okay, so grandstand. Let's work out the grandstand shape. I want it made out of snow, because it's a nice clean white block. It's the cleanest white block there is. And I'm going to just bring it back to there for now. If we can get the side shape in, I'll be very, very happy. It's not an easy shape, because we've got... Let's go at one more block. We've got an incline of the seating. So if we incline it every 2 blocks... Okay, and maybe again. Let's keep going. Might have to come back a little bit further this stand. Something like that. And then the back also is going to incline. I'm going to start inclining it here by 2 blocks, but that's only the... It's only the back, and I'm going to incline it by 1 block, I think. Okay, something like that. And then from here, it goes straight up. Oops, I was looking at the picture. Straight up like this. And then like that. In fact, no, we could go every 3 blocks. So it does like that, because that's going to be the roof along there. Wonderful. Okay, that's a really nice shape. It doesn't look much at the moment, but it will. I promise it'll look really, really nice. Now, let's get some oak stairs in and mark out like how many seats we want to every gap. So if we had a gap of 1 up the side to walk up, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think would be nice. And then another gap. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where are we? You know, that's a pretty good size. If we done another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we can fit that in. And then the other wall goes in here. Along here. This one takes 2 seconds. Are we up in line? I think that's in line. It feels good to me. So it's 2 blocks away. And then 2 blocks away. Splash me. The good thing about doing the incline every 2 blocks is that you don't get the seats piled behind each other. You get like a block in between it, like a walkway in between it. So it looks really, really nice and sort of works in sort of... I don't like using the word real life when it comes to Minecraft, but I'm sure you know what I mean. And then here, is that in line? That, I think it's like that. From the eye, that looks about right. We can always change it a little bit if we need to, but I don't know how many blocks this comes up. We'll go from the other side in a minute, but I think it's that. Okay, and then up the middle here, we can either use white wool or stone. I think stone will look nice. And I'm going to do it 1 block in front. Like this. Okay. And then we can have some stone walls. Oops. Going up the side here, just to keep people in, stop them from falling over the edge. That wouldn't be fun. I don't want any lawsuits on me. And then if we get some... I'm going to use dark grey stained clay, just because I like saying it. And then this goes here, like so. It'll also go along the front here. If we just work on the first 10 seats, for the minute. And then it also comes... I wanted it there. I wanted the stairs to be offline with the seats, but it's not going to work, is it? We're going to have to do it like that. Yeah, it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be. So then it'll be there. Oops. There. 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 And there. Now, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what is inside a racetrack clubhouse. So if you know what's inside them, stick it down in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. That's your homework for today's episode. I always give you homework on my videos. If you know what's inside a clubhouse, let me know, because we can put it in when we do the interior, if we do the interior. And if I've missed anything from the racehorse, let me know as well. I read out at the beginning of the episode everything that I could find about them that was 100% needed for the place. The frame rates while looking in that direction is horrendous. I don't know how bad it is for you guys watching, but for me it makes my eyes go a little bit jittery, so I try not to look that way as much as possible. Okay, so that goes up here. And see, now we've got like a pathway to walk down each level. That's really, really nice. I like that. I like that. And I like the stone in between it as well, actually. In fact, would it be better if we get some of this just on the staircase side? Like this. That could look nice. And then it's a little bit more obvious that that's the path. That could be nice, couldn't it? There, 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 there. And then back down again. The roof, I think the roof of this one is going to be this smooth stone slabs, and then the roof of the not grandstand, of the clubhouse is probably going to be spruce wood, potentially. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I like that. And then I expect we're going to do a little bit of a glass window here for a judging panel, probably maybe in the middle somewhere. That could work out very, very nicely. Now, another question for you guys, hiccups, in the comment section, is what material do we make the actual track? Because the one in front of me, or when you look at Google images of any horse racing track, 90% of them are mud. Or not mud, they're not muddy, but they're just dirt. Do you know what I mean? Just a dirt track. I mean, there's grass in the middle and there's grass on the outside, but because of the amount of running that's been done, it's gone to dirt. But then when you see it on the TV, I don't watch horse racing, but when I see it on the TV, it does seem to be very lush. So, and then there's the other one of using sand, which would be quite nice. And I think I'm going to use sand out the front here because that's going to add a real nice extra colour to it. But what do we do? I've got an idea in mind that we get the green wool, and we do, you know how we stripe our lawns when we build houses? We could do that, and we could actually get the stripes to go around the corners as well. So instead of being straight all the way through the corner, we can actually sort of curve this around. I personally think this is probably going to be the best idea to make it stand out. I'm not sure if it would completely work. Let's start from the outside, maybe. Like, I think if we go up here and then start curving it around. I just need to get enough curve to be able to get all of the lines in. And obviously the outside one's the longest one. There we go. That should be, oops, lighting glitch. And there we go. Right, so that goes there. And then this one, I would really like to go in like this, but as you can see, we're already cutting space from the next one. So then this one would have to go like this, which means the next one would have to go like this. Yeah, see what I mean? It's like curving a little too early. I suppose we could still probably get away with it though. That would go there. And then this one would go there. You know, that's got potential. Let's do it to halfway. And because if this works, it would look so cool. It really, really would. I've got a feeling though that we're gonna collide. The lines are gonna collide at some point, because that's just how it seems to work. And then that goes down there. I'm gonna leave that. We could put one there if we wanted to, but that looks a little bit weird, so I'll leave that there. And then this one goes like this. We'll just do it halfway around the corner. If it works, it should look really, really nice. But I don't want them colliding. Hey, the rain's gone. It's so bright again. Everything's going to be the right colour. Night vision. Ah, crash. I'll be back. I'll be back. We're not done yet. I just want to do a little bit more. Okay, it's loaded back up again. Now we're going to have to go this way. We're going to go into the post. As long as we don't go too far, if we don't go beyond the post, I think it'd be good. That's why I started from the outside ring instead of the inside ring. Okay, so that goes like this, and then it comes in. No, it wouldn't. We can't do it coming in, so it's gonna have to stay like that. That could still work. And then this one, this final one, will then join up somewhere. We could just work it back like this. Goes underneath the posts. I'm not too bothered about that. Not too bothered at all, really. Yep. And then there. There. Nope, not there though. There. 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 And then like that. Yeah. That doesn't look so bad. And then if we continue that all the way round, I think that would look quite nice. I don't like how this one pokes out, but there's nothing more we can do. I think it'll look good once we get the rest of the curve done. But that's my favourite option for the moment. But I'm going to let you guys put down what you think would look nice if we use sand or dirt, or a mix of sand and dirt, and a mix of sand, dirt, and grass, or what. I don't really know. I'm going to really let it up to you guys. I do like the white carpet on top of it. It really makes it pop and stand out. And I like the design of this as well. Clubhouse is going to be a fun one to do because it's on a diagonal. It's going to be difficult, but it's sort of on a bit of a diagonal. Not a 45-degree angle, but on a slight angle. And then the paddock or stables, whatever you want to call it, on the other side there. Alright guys, we're going to leave it there. I know this doesn't look like much. And it's very disappointing when you stand back and look at it. But it is a lot of hard work. And I think once we sort of really get cracking on it, it's going to look better and better and better. So, if you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!